oh boy, I have a lot to say about this movie. It makes me want to die.
It's, honestly, it makes me glad I'm alive. It is a... It's pretty much... this could be considered just the Room of animated movies.
Oh,
just
fuck, the TV's still on.
Pretty much the Room of animated movies. It's, like... It's just an absolute masterpiece in suck.
Party time, it's party time. Everybody's feeling fine 'cause it's party time.
Every single individual aspect of this movie was god-awful in the best possible way. Like, none of the characters have any... They either have one personality trait or no personality traits. The plot makes no sense. It's literally about a tragedy... and they just completely undermined everything about it. Imagine if 80, 60 years after 9/11 happened, they made a wacky family animated movie about it. We're talking, this is going to be the Titanic movie, the first of the three, and...
It was actually well, at the time I'm recording this is actually the second.
Yeah,
because I've already done the one with the
crooked.
rapping dog. It's funny because the rapping dog one actually it never flat out said that people died, but it at least gave the impression that people did die.
Okay, we're gonna...
So we'll just,
The movie starts out with...
By the way, the movie's called The Legend of Titanic, in case you didn't know.
Starts out with a bunch of mice, a family of mice, and their grandpa hanging out with their grandpa, and their grandpa's about to tell a story about, like, this... about when he went on the Titanic or some other bullshit.
Fuck is up with mice on the Titanic?
Why are you making animated movies, family adventures about the Titanic?
Wait, what? Did you just hear that? Persons were never really missing. We're in for a tough ride. Oh no.
This is basically a Princess Bride style movie where the whole thing takes place during a story told by other characters. And I'm about to drop the hottest take of all time, if you guys are ready. Like, you guys won't be ready for how hot of a take this is, but this movie is no Princess Bride. I know, I said it, I'm just saying what we're all thinking, but I think I'm not afraid to drop truth bombs like that, you know? Let's move on.
Yeah.
So now they...
Oh, no, you can go on.
There's a bunch of mice, again, in the story that are about to go on the Titanic. And there's also these two people. One of them, I forget his name, the guy.
His name's Don Juan Tenorio, in case you need to know.
I am not going to remember that.
Gonzalez Leon. He's also a prince.
And he gets his dog. He has a dog, too. To take this girl's glove, and he sniffs the glove. By the way, this is one of the good guys. He's the guy you're supposed to be rooting for. He sniffs this girl he likes glove.
Hey, stop it. We own that from Disney, Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, what a lovely soft coat you have.
Ooh, I think I want to leave.
Oh, he's looking at the titties. Dog is down bad.
Come back here.
Going in there.
Hopefully she falls into
Dog's stealing that glove so we can put it under his pillow for safekeeping so he can sniff it at night.
Oh, then this next scene is gonna be fucking hilarious.
You're just the best hunting dog in the whole world, Smarty.
You were talking.
I was joking. I was joking.
Are you fucking serious?
If I found out someone else was sniffing my glove, I can guarantee you I would not fall in love with them. I would file a restraining order.
Yeah. Like. All right. So, oh, and by the way, you know that the main character is a girl because she's being forced into marriage.
Why does every bad movie have a forced marriage?
Hey, Aladdin was a good movie.
Hey, I didn't say all...
I know. Well, I know. I'm just saying
say
that,
all
like,
movies with forced marriages are bad. I said all bad movies have
by that
forced...
logic, Shrek is also bad. And we all know that's not fucking true. Or it's bad. As in, like, yeah, I'm bad. By the way, Van Halen's dead. God rest his soul. Anyway, so so wait, she's gonna be forced into marriage? That's like typical old person talk when it comes to these marriages and shit. Oh, it's for the best. I don't care about your freedom, your rights, anything like that. You're just a trophy to be bought off by a man.
Sealed
Why
with a Kiss did this shit too. Why does every shitty movie have a girl getting forced into a marriage?
You see, we only know she's female if she's being forced to marry. The movie. Okay, yeah, so yeah, she's being forced to marry this dickhead with an eye patch who's probably gonna go shoot up a school when he gets off the Titanic, probably.
The dude is like the most blatantly evil person. I don't think they even, like... First of all, one thing he said is the only thing in life that matters are money and power. Like, just make him blatantly as just straight up evil as humanly possible.
Let me guess. Okay, what does he eat for breakfast? Puppies or kittens?
I think babies.
Oh yeah, and then he eats kittens and puppies for dinner.
Exactly.
This dude has like the longest sideburns of any person
There's
ever.
nothing in the world that counts besides money and power. Everything else is simply.
I don't know about you.
I eat pup.
That guy, that sounds like something the villain would say. I don't think he's a villain. I'm gonna be honest. But
I
that
don't know.
sounds a little bit villainy. I don't know. I'm not. You didn't hear it from me, but I think he might be a bad guy.
You never know. It could be the shorty. It could be the dad. It could be the prince.
One other thing, Jeff.
She tells her dad that she would rather fucking die than marry this disgusting old serpent. Oh wait, he was also horrifying. And he's like, no, your free will ain't that important, bitch. Go get a husband for your poor old daddy and get on the stick. And then she's just like, okay.
Then they get on the Titanic and like...
No,
they
you
don't
forgot
do
the
that
very
yet?
important scene where the dog Smile pisses on the captain.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean...
That was the highlight of the movie. Very important scene first.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't have a penis, so how did he do that?
Skill.
Oh no, he tried to take over his body with Cappy, but then he remembered he isn't Mario.
Dog said, fuck you, I'm the captain now.
Yep, and then he decides to throw his hat away. Because your hat got all wet in the rain. I mean in the ocean. It's completely useless now. And so is your foot, cause it got pissed on.
I mean, that movie it wouldn't have been a complete movie without the piss scene.
And before you ask, no, he unfortunately doesn't break out into rap.
If only.
That could have saved it. That could have saved it. That could have fucking saved. Okay, I should probably go back to normal. All right. So, what happens in the movie is ship protocol. Lots and lots of ship protocol.
They just don't shut up. There's this one Captain Mouse. He's not seen until like the very end. So many of these characters you just forget exist, and then they don't get seen until the
This
very
is like
end.
what Tom
of
and
the
Jerry the
goddamn
movie wishes it could be. Almost. It kind of is. Because, like, this was, like, bad in a way that I just find it so laughable. In a way.
This ship is new and has never been passed in review by the mouse inspection.
Does this guy just speak with a tongue roll in his mouth the whole time? That must... How do British people talk?
So for the first few days, be careful how you move about.
Well, see, they don't say water bottle. They say water bottle.
Water bottle.
No, you don't say the T's. You say water bottle.
He's fat. Let me guess, he likes to eat. That's his defining trait. So, what happens afterwards is that, like, the mice go, well, after Grandpa Mouse goes to try. By the way, this is also a ripoff of American Tail. What is it with Italy and making shitty animated kids movies about the Titanic starring cartoon mice that bordered on board? Like, I really don't understand that. But, like, you know what? Who cares? Let's judge the movie for what it is. A piece of shit. Alright, so he goes in and he starts vaguely trying to flirt with this one soulless doll. Oh, wait, I think that's supposed to be another mouse. Is it a girl mouse? I can't tell. Does it? Oh wait, no, because she has
yeah.
long hair and.
Let's not forget the mouse titties. Let's not forget.
Oh my god! How many times are we going to make Lola fucking Bunny look actually sensible? I can't believe I just said that. Bunny boobs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We need
Bugs
them.
Bunny probably made a ton of children with her. Get it? Because bunnies have a lot of kids. In case you didn't notice that she was female. Female. Oh god, those eyes! Soulless! She's
I
fucking
just
so...
saved you from Ganon. I won.
This whole thing is just gonna be CGI jokes. Anyway... So yeah, then he and his new friend Ronnie, who again looks like one of the mice from fucking American Tail. It's the same character. It's the same fucking character. How the fuck did they get away with this? Anyway, so yeah, he's hitting on the girl. Her name's Elizabeth, by the way. So yeah, turns out very tiny Mario Mouse wants to rescue Princess Peach, and Grandpa Mouse has to point out that he is in fact a different species, and he says,
Okay. So now it's B-movie.
what the fuck? Racist? What? Racist? Racist? Why did he say racist? Why did he say it was racist to like someone of a different species? What? That's not racist, that's speciest. What is this
That's not
movie?
even species. That's just being against fucking crossbreeding.
Well, if there's one thing I'm not, it's a racist. Or a good movie. Which makes no sense because, like, they're different species. Or are different species counted as races?
So anyway, he basically becomes Barry B. Benson for the whole movie. Simping over a human when they're an animal. At least in this one, they don't get together, although that would have that would have just been icing on the cake. It honestly would have been better than the person she actually ends up with, you know, Mr. Glove Sniffer over there.
Yeah, the dude who probably has slaves. Who probably sleeps on top of slaves. Because, you know, he's a rich person. By the way, I haven't seen the James Cameron movie, but this movie has the rich girl ending up with Prince. Oh no. What an amazing subversion of the system.
I haven't seen the actual good
Ooh.
Titanic movie either, but I mean...
Yeah, no, I've actually heard it's great.
I mean, it is great.
I mean, it's 3 fucking hours, so...
Sure.
Who's gonna watch 3 hours?
It has My Heart Will Go On in it. What can, like, oh, come on, you can't go
It
on
also
with that.
has a cartoonishly bad villain who's like a rich guy who's trying to marry the girl. And I'm like...
Okay, well, enough about that. Enough about the good one. Let's go on to...
Okay, but it actually does
this
look pretty
one.
good. Alright, so, what happens is that, girl, I'll just call her that because she has no personality. Girl goes over to cry about how shitty her life is, and it's here we find out that dolphins find human tears delicious. In fact, they're so delicious that they can suddenly talk to her. They excuse it with the bullshit lie of magic moonbeams catch your tears as they fall into the water. In what world does that make sense?
I honestly, I was so
That literally
checked out
sounds
the
like-
time I heard that. I was like, sure.
Okay, like, the funniest thing...
I can understand them. My name's Elizabeth. Very well, Elizabeth.
And I'm Javert. Do not forget my name.
You can understand us thanks to a net of magic moonbeams that caught your tears as they fell into the water. We have
What?
a little
Oh, yeah,
magic
yeah.
of our own.
Yeah,
And
a
one
bunch of
of the
moonbeams.
spells cast.
What?
Oh,
Magic.
now you really must
Is this movie even trying to hide the fact that it's just a big acid trip? So, okay, I wonder, could I talk to the dogs if I started crying and they licked it? Dolphins find human tears delicious! We make a lot of drug jokes, and I'm sorry about that. But this legitimately sounds like something a druggie would say. Magic moonbeams, man. just talking to dolphins and sharks. Oh yeah, sharks
I
exist
am
too.
very convinced drugs were at least partially involved in the creation of this movie.
Probably.
No
It would
human
explain a lot.
brain comes up with this without drugs.
So yeah, the evil dude named Everard Maltravers is actually hunting whales, and we know this because his stupid fat sidekick goes to tell a criminal shark gang about
Yeah, I
their
forgot
plans
his
to
sidekick exists,
possibly
too.
kill the Titanic.
Oh, yeah, that one stupid sidekick, because like there's so many characters that just aren't fucking important at all, but just like the
It's weird how many similarities this movie has with the other movie. Okay, so the rapping dog, I would say he's an antagonist, because if you can last past that point, you're probably a true hero.
Straight too far from the ship. Gotcha. Say hi to Mr. M for me. Tell him we're ready to destroy anything, anytime.
What? Folks, apparently the Titanic was all a conspiracy. This is some Alex Jones shit. This is some PragerU shit. The Titanic was sank by the criminal shark gang who are in cahoots with a guy with gray hair who's probably a James Bond villain.
sharks are in fact the bourgeoisie.
Then the mice go and they're like, "Hey, we're here to save you." And she's like, "Oh, mice! Ah!" Probably.
And then they die and the movie's over. Yay!
Okay, it's over. No, just kidding. Of course, she has no fucking reaction
No,
to
they're just
being
like,
able
"Oh,
to
yeah,
talk
yeah."
to mice. And they're just like, we don't like that Everard Maltravers putting chemicals in the water. He's turning the friggin' dolphins gay. Wait, no, wrong thing. I'm going insane. So no, instead they tell her to go tell her father that she doesn't want to get on the stick. So she goes off to do that, and you'd be surprised how willing he is to accept that she's just going completely against his plans.
I loathe him and everything he stands for. I'm sorry to upset your plans, but
Plans, did you say?
What?
My one and only plan, dear girl, is to see you as happy as possible. And I would never dream of forcing you to do something you don't want to.
Fastest character development ever. He literally, like, off screen, I guess he just changed his mind and was like, "Hey, maybe selling my daughter off to some asshole isn't a good idea." Masterful writing. No, huh?
I mean, good, but like...
I mean, like, good on him, but, like, that's the fastest development I've ever fucking seen. One scene, your freedom doesn't... Freedom? You're a woman, you don't have freedom. Next scene, oh, you're my little girl. Of course your freedom comes before anything else. Bull fucking shit.
He probably had his own character arc that we just didn't see.
Probably would have been a better movie than what we got.
Probably.
Alright, so while this is happening, the dude, so then the mice run into the dog Smile from before, who, again, doesn't rap, and it's suddenly revealed that he can talk, too.
Sometimes I just lose sight of the fact that not all creatures are created equal.
Fascist! He's a fascist!
don't seem to be.
Oh yeah, he can talk, too.
What possessed you to play?
Of course he can. They all can.
Well, yeah, the mice can talk, the dolphins can talk, the sharks can talk, the octopus can... Wait, what?
How many drugs do you need to fucking do to make this fucking movie?
That is absolute.
Yeah, just from this point on...
Rappers Eminem was too afraid to diss.
Yeah, the thing is, animals can just talk now.
Yeah, just why not? Every animal in this movie represents a different bong hit by everyone involved in the making of this.
So they they devise a plan to get Glove Sniffer to marry Princess Peach. Oh no. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my god. This is probably why you've never met another person before, because you just keep smelling the glove.
If she found out he did that, she would leave him immediately.
Probably,
Except she wouldn't,
yeah.
Because the writing is fucking terrible. But if
Well,
any
yeah,
normal
because he's-
human being found out that you were sniffing your glove, they would go, you're fucking weird.
And it shockingly works. And in the other Titanic movie, they had at least 3 lines before they started dancing and decided it was meant to be. In this movie, they have a whopping, emotional, heartfelt 0.
Yeah. They're just like, oh,
Oh no, my bad. They have 1 line.
then let's not forget.
And then they start dancing. One fucking line. Oh, and suddenly it got really good. Suddenly the animation got good for a second. They put more effort into this than the script. Oh my god, this movie is so bad.
Okay, I looked up when it got released. Fucking 1999. This looks like it was made in the... Like, literally... Disney movies from, like, fucking... Disney movies from fucking 40 years before this looked better. And then the movie ends. Like, that would be a good ending, right? Not a good ending, but, like, an ending.
Yes, it's over. It's all... Just kidding, of course not.
It's not even halfway through.
So yeah, it turns out that girl has an evil stepmom, because I guess all pretty rich girls do nowadays. And it would never be a biological parent who's evil. No, of course not. So yeah, she's obviously not happy with this. And then the evil dude with the eye patch, he gets thrown into like this bathroom, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, he gets his ass kicked. That's the point. And yeah. So then he decides to go against his original plan of marrying the girl off so that he can kill all the whales like Eren Yeager. And instead he decides to just hold the father at gunpoint and make him sign the whaling scheme, and then just tie him up and leave him to drown on the ship. I may have skipped over a couple details, one of which being that then the fat guy with the obnoxiously long sideburns, he could probably burn someone off with those sideburns.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And then he goes and tells the sharks that the ship has to sink tonight. This is some fucking PragerU level of dishonesty.
Yeah, guys, here's the thing. All right, the Titanic. You think it was an iceberg? Well, I get it was, but here's the thing. The iceberg was actually a plant by the sharks, where they tricked an octopus into throwing it right in the course of the ship to sink it. It's actually sharks.
Fair spare after all. I'll try.
Do not ever get that close to the camera again. Oh my god. Oh shit, that's a fucking huge iceberg. Hey, I'm gonna reveal something. They actually shrink his size in the sequel.
Well, now I can wear this hat with honor. Huh?
By the way, there's a giant pink octopus who has clearly taken steroids. His name's Tentacles, by the way. And he has this really frightening... He has a really frightening face. Up there with Mr. Weenie from fucking Open Season. Man, Sean would love this movie. Oh, God. Anyway, so yeah, they trick him into throwing a giant iceberg at the Titanic. And then instead of going out of his way upon realizing he fucked up to stop it, Tentacles does the very mature thing of crying in a cave. Our heroes.
Oh, dear, what have I done? I better go check.
Why don't you go, fix it instead of going around crying, you fucking idiot. Our fucking hero, ladies and gentlemen.
And also, he's like... He's like not even in, like, he just kind of appears. Like, he doesn't get any introduction. It's just like, oh, yeah, this is Tentacles.
Alright, I'm gonna sound like a nerd when I say this just because I can, but there's a rule in Screenwriting 101, which I haven't taken, but like, okay, there's a rule in Screenwriting 101. If there's a gun in the third act, you should establish it in the first act. So let's apply that same logic here. If there's a giant pink octopus that's gonna throw an iceberg at the Titanic, establish it in the first act. But no, there was no evidence of him being in this movie before. So yeah, he eventually gets his shit together and decides to hold the boat together, but it's a little too late because the sharks were steering the ship into the iceberg in case this whole Alex Jones shit wasn't bad enough. No. So yeah, the ship is sinking and everyone's sad. And then the mouse captain is like, with my Scottish accent, we got to get a call to other people outside, or else nobody's gonna save us and shit, or something.
One of the mice.
And then it turns out that they can't call anyone because one of the mice, the Trousers doing, his name's Ronnie, by the way. Ronnie cut the wires to prevent the Maltravers dude from sending out the message to kill all the whales. So yeah, now they have to go and fix it at the cost of a side character who is, you're never gonna believe this. Based on the movies that we've watched in the past, especially in the past couple of weeks, you're never gonna believe this. You're never gonna believe this amazing joke about him.
He is fat. Not only is he fat, he also likes to eat, and that's so. I know
What
some
an
of you-
amazing
No, hang on.
concept!
I'm trying.
I've never seen that before.
I know some of you less fortunate brains out there with the not as huge brained, not as intellectual. You might not get it. That's fine. This isn't for you. Just skip ahead to this timestamp, so that we don't, because you're never gonna get it. You're just too dumb. I'm sorry, but yeah. So basically, the joke is that he is fat and likes eating.
And he also dies from putting the wires in his mustache. That legitimately sounds like something Wario would do.
Yeah, he died.
How am I gonna
He
win?
fucking dies. He fucking, oh no, not
Not the dude
Not
who was
the-
introduced a second ago.
yeah, not the mouth. No. Well, every bit's interesting how literally every fucking bad movie does it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Did you see that? He killed himself! That's a fucking Wario move. We can't have any real
No.
death because, as we are established, very realistically, might I add, there's room for everyone! That's the line I was talking about. There's room for everyone!
They do yell that there is room for everyone, except,
I would love to see an actual survivor of the Titanic watch this garbage and then just, like, bust a gut at that.
there was not
Probably.
room for everyone. I know you're shocked by that. There was not. Not even in the movie. They had to get the octopus to put the ship back together.
Yeah, they just wanted to say that in case you had any doubt that people died. So yeah, the octopus comes in and is like, I'm not a hero, I'm actually the main evil behind this whole thing. Ah! Oh god, I gotta keep holding the ship together. So yeah, then he goes underwater, and by the way, for some reason, he can't breathe underwater. Let's just add as much bullshit to this movie as possible.
Yeah, sure. And then eventually...
And he saves the captain and then ends up dying.
Yeah.
It was the beast that killed the beauty. They're trying to give him this big mole man. I just love that they're trying to take this so fucking seriously. Hey, you know how you said you liked that fake out death trope? Oh
doesn't.
No,
No,
so
not
sad.
Not Tentacles the octopus.
I would be
Any-
so emotional. Let's go to the next scene where everyone's getting married.
I cried harder than when Ellie died in Up.
Ellie died in Up? I forgot because this movie drove me insane. Just kidding, I knew. I cried harder than when Obi-Wan got, disappeared from his cloak. I mean, got cut in half. I also cried harder than when Bambi's mom died. She's alive in our hearts!
Anyway. So,
So,
then
yeah,
they go to this celebration or whatever. They get married, the guy, the glove sniffer, and the girl with no personality, as well as this one mouse, and the main mouse, and this other girl mouse that was there for like
Maybe a scene.
30 seconds in the whole movie. They get married. Wow, that's exciting, isn't it? And then they
I
throw a
truly
celebration,
romantic.
and the octopus is actually, he didn't die. He's actually...
Hey guys, would you believe me if I told you the fat mouse is actually dead? Would you believe me? Believe me.
Oh, you
Would
know,
you-
the bad guys die. They do die.
No, they
are
don't. They
implied
come back
to
in the
die.
sequel.
Oh, never mind then.
Or at least two of them do. In a surprising plot twist, the one who threw the iceberg is alive, actually.
Tentacles is alive!
Whoop-de fucking do.
Oh, yeah, they're alive too!
And then he's actually not dead. He just comes back. There's not even any explanation.
Yeah, the fat character just comes back. Did you think I was serious about the fat guy dying? Did you actually think that I was serious about this shit? I guess God just didn't have any place.
I wish my dad
love
would
for
do
him.
that. I wish that, like, if I could, with my dead dad, if he just came back one day, like, hey, I'd be like, oh yeah, what's up, man? I wish that happened in real life.
No, of course not. It's this movie. They have no proper explanation. He's just alive, and nobody died. The sharks are probably gonna go jerk off now, and the only guys who probably died are the assholes who were trying to kill the whales. This movie. What is this movie? This movie's a monstrosity, and I kind of love it. And that was the story of how nobody died on one of the world's greatest disasters. Totally legit fact check. I was there. Grandpa, that makes absolutely no sense. You're right, everyone actually died on the Titanic, and I was one of the few survivors traumatized so badly that I've driven myself insane and pretended that it was all a lie so that I wouldn't kill myself. Also, you're now going to fail your tests in history class because of me.
The end. Overall, this movie was definitely a cinematic masterpiece. It is actually better than The Godfather, Up, and Forrest Gump combined.
The Harry Potter saga? Fuck that. Fucking garbage. Compared to this. So yeah, that's... Would you believe me if I tell you it actually gets worse? This ship has not sank completely yet. We still have one more movie left to cover. Fuck!